All right, here's another triangle. They give you tons of information right here, which should help us out a little bit. All right, a lot of it actually. Triangle D8 or DGH. Let's find DGH. DGH is that one in the middle. It's kind of skinny. Everybody see that? It says it's isosceles. What does it mean to be isosceles? Two of the sides are equal to each other. So what do you think are equal to each other then? DG and DH. Okay, now why is one of my reasons is going to be DG equals DH, or one of my statements is going to be DG equals DH. What's the reason for that? Definition of isosceles. Very good. Okay, so you got to say it's isosceles first, right? And then right after that, then you can say that DG equals DH because definition of isosceles triangle. We okay with that? All right. Now, DF equals DI. DF. So I put 2 here and DI right there. So I got 2 sides. Do I know the third? Do I know anything about this side and this side? No, but they tell me something else. What do they tell me? FDG, that's this angle right here, is equal to IDH. IDH is this angle right here. Look at that. Easy, isn't it?
Crazy.
What's true about this triangle? This is triangle we're trying to prove congruent. FDG, we're trying to prove it's congruent to IHD. Everybody see that? So this one and this one. Why are they congruent? Side, angle, side this time. Okay, remember the angle has to be between the 2 sides. All right, so now they're congruent because of side, angle, side.
It already says that angle.
Okay, so they're congruent because of side, angle, side. Would you agree? Let's do the steps. Make sure you know what we write. Okay. You write the word statement reasons. I'm just going to write that. So the first thing we can do, let's go in order. Let's go side, angle, and then side right here. Is that all right? So if I talked about this side right here, what am I going to write in my proof? FD. Right? Or DF. They call it DF. It doesn't make any difference. DF equals what? DI. All right? Now, I kind of went out of order, didn't I? Because, why did I go out of order? Remember I talked about this a little earlier, that you don't always have to put, the given in that exact order in the, right at the top. So, because I wanted to go side, angle, side. Could I have gone this side, then this angle, then this side? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, but I don't know. I saw this. It just kind of makes sense to go side, angle, side. Okay? So DF equals DI because it's what? It's given. All right? What about the angle, though? Just write it down. It's given as well, isn't it? So just write that down. Okay, so angle FDG is equal to angle IDH. Let's put this little parentheses in here. Now, what's the first thing I found? A side, right? What's the second thing I wrote down? An angle. And they're both given, correct? Now I want to do this side. Can I just go DG equals DH? No, you can't just say it. You got to say what before you say DG equals DH? You got to do the isosceles thing. Okay, so you got to say it's isosceles before you say the 2 sides are equal to each other. Does that make sense? All right, so you got to establish that they're isosceles before you can say that the 2 sides are equal. So let's write that down. So basically, we did put all our given up front, didn't we? But I just changed the order of it because, I don't know, just the way it looked. So, oh, not congruent. What am I doing? Triangle DGH is what? Isosceles. C-E-L-E-S. Let's spell it right. It's not that hard. I-S-O-S, okay? Isos. And then celes, C-E-L-E-S. Isosceles. Everybody got that? I-S-O-S and then C-E-L-E-S. All right, let's spell it right. I'm not marking it wrong if you don't, but the spellings, okay, the spelling on that quiz when people tried to write isosceles, it was amazing. All right. So anyway, here we go. So that's given as well, right? All that stuff. We'll call it step 1. Call that step 1. Okay, it's all given. Now, what's the next thing I'm going to do? I don't have that third side yet, do I? So let's write the third side. What's the third side then? DG. Well, not third side, the second side, I guess I should say. So DG equals what? DH. Now that's my other side, isn't it? There's my side, there's my angle, there's my other side. What's my reasoning that DG equals DH? It's the definition of isosceles triangle. Isos, C-E-L-E-S, right? Did you spell it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Isosceles triangle. No, not that DG is equal to DH. That's not given.
So you said
But that's not.
But that's not given. It's not given that this side is equal to this side. It's given that it's an isosceles triangle. Knowing that it's an isosceles triangle, we figured out that the two sides are equal. But it's not given that the two sides are equal, right? It's given that it's an isosceles triangle. We figured it out because we know what an isosceles triangle means, right? We know the definition of it. So we can say now that this and this are equal to each other. You got it? All right. So look, I got a side, got an angle, got a side. Now what can I say about my triangle? My two triangles. Well, let's do it right the way they do. FGD is congruent to triangle what? IHD. And what's the reason now? Look, it's right there in your statements, isn't it? Side, angle, side. Again, you don't have to put these little parentheses. If you look in the book, they won't do that. I think it's a nice little tool. I think it's a nice little way to figure that out. And there you go. You've done it. You've proved that this triangle was congruent to this triangle right here. I only got a minute left, but listen to this. What if, instead of them saying, prove that the triangles were congruent, what if they said, don't pack up, do not pack up. Let's pay attention to me. What if they asked you to prove that FG was equal to IH? Well, we know how to prove triangles congruent. I don't know how to prove that this is equal to this, but watch what I can do really quick. I'm going to show you the statement. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to have to tell you that if I know the triangles are congruent, what's true about all the other corresponding sides and angles? They're going to be equal as well, aren't they? All right. So what must be true about like angle F and angle I? They got to be equal. What about this angle right here, FGD, and this angle right here, IHD? They got to be equal. What about FG and IH? What's true about them? They got to be congruent as well, right? Here's a reason. It's called I'll shorthand it. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. I'll just shorthand it, okay? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Here's how we even shorthand it even better than that. C, P, C, T, C. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So, watch this real quick. If I want to say that FG equals IH, what's my reason for that? Right? Look, so that's got to be equal to that because of C, P, C, T, C. Let me give you a couple problems to work on.
For you guys this morning, number 1 band is Inside.
Let me write these down.
If Jarrell Presley, Casey Murray, and Aaron Williams could come to the office, that'd be super. Have a good day.
I'm just giving you 4 to do. 14 and 15, and then 24 and 25. They're proofs. There it is. Page 268, 269, 14, 15, 24, 25. All right? Do the best you can on those, and we'll go over those tomorrow. Actually, we won't. I won't be here. Get them done anyway, because I'm shooting a wedding tomorrow. All right? So you have, yes, it's Miss T.S. I'm going to give you a worksheet of stuff to do also. All right? So we'll go over these on Monday.